What's good, everyone? You are tuned in to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos, where Florida doesn't just arrest you, it sends a bear to do it. I'm your host, and today we're in Pensacola, Florida, where a man drove from Pensacola to Orlando, stealing Smokey Bear signs from state forests along the way, and listing them on Facebook Marketplace for $1,900 each, and got arrested by Smokey Bear, the actual bear, in full costume. Personally, let's get into this. Alright, this is Hunter Lovett, Florida man, July 2025. Now, Hunter has identified a market opportunity: Smokey Bear signs. Those big cardboard stand-ups and signs that live in state forests around Florida. Smokey Bear is one of the most iconic characters in American history. Created in 1944. Only you can prevent wildfires. Over 80 years of being in elementary schools, on every trail, in every forest, and apparently people will pay $1,900 for a sign on Facebook Marketplace. Hunter starts in Pensacola and drives east toward Orlando, and along the way he stops at state forests and takes the Smokey Bear signs, multiple, and lists them on Facebook Marketplace for $1,900 each. Now, here's the thing about Smokey Bear. His image is protected by federal law. The Smokey Bear Act of 1952. Which bans unauthorized commercial use of his name or image, with violations punishable by law. Smokey has his own zip code, 20252. The U.S. Postal Service gave it to him in 1964. Because he received too much fan mail. You do not mess with Smokey. Tips start coming in about suspicious Smokey Bear sign sales on Facebook Marketplace. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, which has its own law enforcement division, begins an investigation. They link the listings to Hunter. They figure out his route. They find him. And they make a very specific decision about who is going to be present at this arrest. Florida Agriculture Commissioner Wilton Simpson posts on social media. What happens when dumb criminals poke the bear? And then he posts photos of Hunter Lovett being placed in the back of a Department of Agriculture truck by Smokey Bear in the full costume, giving a thumbs up. Smokey Bear also got in the driver's seat for a second photo. Smokey Bear drove Hunter Lovett to booking. Simpson says on camera, Smokey is always around our forest and just got lucky today, and he saw the bad guy and got him handcuffed. What an idiot. What an idiot. Commissioner Simpson goes further on camera. He goes to schools. He's known by our children. He's known by our families. He is known throughout the United States. Who goes and steals an image of Smokey the Bear and then tries to profit off of it? I'll tell you who. Hunter Lovett. That's who. Simpson also says, if you're going to go in and commit crimes in our forests, you probably need to find a different place. Not only will we find smoke in some of those forests, but you'll find out our car officers. Smokey Bear is on the job also. Hunter Lovett is charged with felony grand theft because the signs were valued at $1,900 each. He also had other stolen property on him, not just Smokey signs, beauty signs, other signage. Commissioner Simpson calls him your common everyday thief, with Smokey Bear standing next to him in the photos. The photos go immediately viral. International coverage. One comment, Smokey Bear personally handcuffed a man and drove him to jail. This is the greatest news story ever written. Another person writes, only you can prevent wildfires. Only you can also prevent your own arrest. Hunter, you failed. Someone else? He did not poke the bear. He stole the bear, and the bear came for him personally. And this one? The thumbs up from Smokey in the arrest photo is sending me to another dimension. So, what have we learned from today's Raggedy crime? Lesson 1. Smokey Bear has a zip code, a federal law protecting his image, and apparently an agricultural law enforcement division at his disposal. Do not test him. Lesson 2. If you're going to steal government signs and sell them on Facebook Marketplace, people will call that in. Facebook Marketplace is not an anonymous gray market. Lesson 3. Florida will send Smokey Bear to personally arrest you. This is not a threat, it's a promise. Let me be clear about something. Hunter drove from Pensacola to Orlando, stealing signs along the entire route, listed them online, got caught, and was arrested by a bear. A man in a bear costume, but still a bear. You stole from the bear. The bear came with a thumbs up. Alright, that's it for today's episode of Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If this made you want to hug a Smokey Bear sign, go for it. They cost $1,900 apparently. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks for listening to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend. And remember, stay safe out there. Don't steal government signs. Don't steal from beloved American icons. And don't list stolen property on Facebook Marketplace under your own account, because the bear will find you with a thumbs up. Until next time, I'm out.